Fantastic. Thank you so much for gracing us with thy presence. It's incredible to see you back on YouTube. I'm so excited. And for those watching who are not familiar with Who Knows Not Sis, please just introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Maya, for having me on. I'm Nose Notes. I roughly about a year ago, it was when myself and my wife we started getting into fragrances, and we started on Instagram, and then it flourished over to YouTube. Um, we have more of a presence on Instagram than we do on YouTube, but it all started with me being stationed over in the Middle East, and one of my friends he told me about this great Middle Eastern fragrance company, Razazi, and I started with them, and the rest is history. Bottles upon bottles, and then taking the pictures and sharing the scents of the day, and then going on to making videos. We took a bit of a break after I got out of the military, but now we're back and we're making plans to start doing our reviews again on YouTube and continuing on Instagram.
I'm so excited that you are coming back and looking forward to your reviews. And for those watching, anyone interested in especially Middle Eastern fragrances, niche fragrances, this is your man to go to. Go check out his page on YouTube and on Instagram. He uses the same handle, Knows Notes. So go show some love. So hi, Rosie. Hi, Delisa. Hi, Isaac. It's lovely to have you guys. Thank you for tuning in. So, what's your scent of the day for those who don't know? Because I know what it is.
So, it's actually, if I'm going to be completely honest, I started off with Nikolai Perfumes. They're, Cashmere Intense. But lately, I recently picked up a bottle of Roja Dove. And I love the amber, I love the oud, so I kind of cheated, and I kind of changed up my scent of day, and I'm wearing amber oud from Roja Dove.
Look so at that bottle. Oh, hello. That fragrance is gorgeous. I've only sampled it in store. I think I have a sample of it. I've got a tiny sample, which I'm reserving for special occasions.
Right. Well, and it's actually kind of funny how I came across this fragrance because, it took me quite a while to kind of just, oh, okay. Is that one signed?
Well, no.
Okay.
I wish. It's the general signature, nothing special, but I have gone and picked this one up not too long ago.
Okay.
Yes, this is Halam. And
okay.
Yes, so this beauty, I've seen the reviews on Fragrantica, and people have compared it to Amber Oud. So maybe this is where it ends for me. This will have to do.
I'm with you. It's going to be a while before I get another Roja bottle, but but I tell you, it's funny how I actually learned about this fragrance. I support a smaller fragrance company. A lot of people, they may have heard about them, but they're growing in size. But they're called Alexandria Fragrances, and some people don't like them. They make interpretations of more expensive perfumes and fragrances, but they've been very, very generous to myself, to my wife, and they have quite a few original fragrances I really enjoy. But anyways, I ordered a inspiration from them, and it was inspiration of Creed's Virgin Water. Well, Virgin Water, I love the fragrance, but the longevity it's not there for me, and it bugs me because it's an expensive fragrance, and I would like for it to have some longevity. So my friends told me about Alexandria Fragrance that made a replica of it, but actually has longevity. And give me a sample of their version of Amber Oud. So I got the sample. I was like, okay, this is great. And then I bought the full bottle of the sample.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I kind of want the original, the real thing, which led me to buying the full bottle of Amber Oud. So,
oh, wow. That is incredible. That is incredible. Amazing. You know what? I have not had the chance to sample the Alexandra interpretations or any of their originals, because I know they do originals as well. but
Right.
I've not had the pleasure as yet. Hopefully soon. And as you say, sometimes it's just nice to sample things, get to know the fragrance before you buy. And especially for Roger Dove,
Right.
especially Amber Oud, you do not want to jump in there blindfolded. You don't. You really want to sample before you buy. I've got few samples of some of their capitals from the Middle East, like the UAE and all this, but they are richly like that.
Right.
And then you smell something, you're like, oh, this is very nice. Maybe I should buy it. And then I went on the website. I looked. I was like, I do not love this fragrance.
It's not that good, right?
uh, Hi Vanessa, sorry. Hi Vanessa, it's so nice seeing. Thank you so much. Hi, lovely. You can show yourself, Vanessa. I would love to see you. Hi, John. Good evening. How is everyone doing? Yes. So the Roger Dove. Oh my goodness me! I looked, and you think you love something, and then you're like, I can't love this. I
Right.
can't love it. Not today. Not this month. Not yet.
No, not yet.
I'm trying to have us a different. It's not too bad actually. Yes, John. Yes. So Roger Dove is just something else, and their fragrances are nice. And you know what? I've told myself, because I'm just not ready to spend that much money.
Right.
The best I can do for myself to indulge myself is to go to Harrods or to Bellington Arcades, which is his shop, and
Okay.
just go have a sniff whatever I like, sniff, bring back some strips and take some pictures.
Right.
For now, that's what I'm doing, because no, I can't. You know what it is, and you know what? Whilst we are talking about fragrances and stuff like that, I wanted to show you this. I think maybe you've already seen it, but if you remember last time, you had sent me a sample, and when
Right.
I tried to buy it, I couldn't. Can you
Right.
believe?
I remember
Just
that.
look at my face next to it. That's how I feel. That is how I feel.
So do you still love Rosala?
I do. I do.
It's
I do. I do. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I love. Hi, the Lux Collections. Good evening. Yes. So we are just talking fragrances. Would anybody dare to share what they are wearing today? John, what fragrance are you? John is asking, do the Rogers light the spark or they just are nice? John, take it away.
I it definitely took me some time to decide on purchases. In fact, I actually didn't purchase this from any retailer. I took a chance and I found an eBay seller, and they took a lot of pictures. And I also I joined a couple groups for Roja fragrances, and I sent them the picture. Said, "Hey, can you guys verify the authenticity of this bottle?" And from what everyone told me, they said, "Hey, it looks legit." And so I actually ended up getting it for a pretty decent price. And but I would say, after smelling the interpretation, which is from Alexander, is called Burj Khalifa, and then smelling the actual bottle at a glance and at a first sniff, you say, okay, they smell very, very similar. But as the fragrance starts to progress, you can smell the quality in the I don't know, the vision. If I can go that far to say that, Roger does put into this fragrance. I don't know if I'll ever have several Roja Dove bottles, only because it's kind of hard to justify the price on some of these bottles. But I would say this has now become one of my signature scents, especially for the it's amber oud, and there's amber and there's oud, obviously, but there's also a very beautiful rose oud combination with this fragrance, which You know, everyone who's known me from the past in Middle Eastern fragrances, I love oud. I love all
I
kinds.
know.
So this is So I would say this is definitely this is going to be a keeper. I don't foresee me ever parting with this bottle. I'll take it slow once it runs out. Maybe consider getting another bottle, but we'll see when that time comes. I still have a lot.
I wonder what you would go for next, because there's quite a few signatures went for them. Yes. By the way, John, if you don't know, Nose Notes has got one of, I think it's the most expensive fragrance from Arabian Oud, isn't it?
It
That
is.
photo. Oh my, do you have it nearby? Just, I mean,
Actually, I do.
you know, eyes, just for our eyes only, you know, we can just admire it. Look at that, John. So, Nose Notes has some of really his collection is what. Take it away.
So, so it has the actual fragrance there, and then it has the oil, and it's to be honest, this is one that I haven't. I've kind of just like left it because I just don't want to use it. But funny story about this one.
Yeah.
I was over in Bahrain. We had several boutiques for Arabian Oud. So I believe it was the 30th of December, and they're having a New Year's Eve sale. So I was able to get this one for half off.
Wow.
But keep in mind, over in Bahrain, the prices aren't as expensive as they are on some of the websites for the UK and for the US. So
Yeah.
I had it for significantly cheaper price. As a matter of fact, I want to say it was less expensive. Oh no, it was about as expensive as my bottle of amber. So I lucked out on that one. I get really
Wow. Well, how lucky.
lucky.
John, yes, if it's the retail price, yes. John is asking, is like, are we talking $1,000? It is over 1,000 on retail price. I think, is it 1,500?
I believe it's 1,500 retail.
1,500, yeah, 1,500. So that's a special one. And like you, if I had a bottle like that, I probably knowingly it will have its own cabinet and in a bag. Yes. So that is not child play. That's one of the ones I'll be like, kids don't touch.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yes, Isaac is saying the presentation is amazing. It is amazing, and oh my God, they have like the most amazing presentation, Arabian Oud. And looking at that box, it's solid box.
It's beautiful. It's there's been a few times where I'll take some pictures for my Instagram. I'll use the box as a prop to help with the other because
I would too. I would, especially for that money. You want to get your money's worth.
Oh yeah. Well, that's another thing I told myself. I said I have a lot of these really nice fragrances, especially the Royal Oud, and there's no way I cannot get back into the fragrance community because I want to share my love, share my passion, but I've also I've got skin in the game at this point. Too much money has been put towards getting involved in enjoying this lifestyle. So I'm gonna keep at it. Oh, that's awesome.
John is asking. He says, "Am I on some gin?" Aqua. John, I'm just having a break, after all day of shenanigans and stuff. But it's so good we are here. We had a bit of technical difficulties at the beginning, but we are here now, so it's so good. So yeah, incredible.
So let me ask you, what's your scent of the day?
What's my scent of the day? Interesting enough, I'm wearing this beauty. My daughter let me have her birthday. She had a birthday yesterday, as you saw, and I wore some of her fragrance today. She said it would be nice for us to smell the same. It came with a sample, so I'm wearing this. So this is Fantasia from the house of Anna Sue.
Okay.
fragrance on initial spray, I was like, what? Because it didn't cost a lot. It's got some similarities to Baccarat Rouge.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a bit fresher, yes, and I think I'm gonna talk about it because I was just like, wow,
Oh
considering the
wow.
price, it's so nice. I couldn't even believe. Brian bought it just because she likes mermaids, you know.
Right.
And so I smelled it. I was like, and even the projection. Oh my goodness me! She spread it. She was in the diner. I was in the lounge. I could smell it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was under $30 as well. And Baccarat Rouge is like £300. I don't know where it is. I have it somewhere, but I have
Oh,
it, and yeah. Anyway, so it's like, yes, John, it's a very nice bottle. It's fresh. It's a very nice fragrance. It's reminding me a bit of the Baccarat Rouge and something else, but this is fresher. Baccarat Rouge with a bit of aquatic added to it.
okay. All
So
right.
it's gorgeous. It's so
That's
I'm
it.
wearing this.
That's Baccarat Rouge is one that I sampled, and for
Yeah.
some reason I enjoyed the fragrance, but I didn't feel like it was for me. And I tell myself I'm gonna try it again because that's happened with me a few times. For example, from the designer side of the house, everyone loves the Acqua di Gio and the Profumo and all the flankers that come along with it. But for some reason, anytime I wore Acqua di Gio, it smelled like almost like wet dog on my skin. And it was I tried to tell myself, well, this isn't bad, it's that's not what it smells like. And I tried again, and it's exactly what it smelled like. So I actually just recently sold my bottle of Acqua di Gio. So I got to get this out of
You
here.
know what? I don't blame you. Sometimes things just don't work. And it's funny you say that because I was on a perfume walk on weekend, and then we were smelling fragrances, and one of these ladies smelled this fragrance, and she said it reminded her of a chicken run.
Oh my goodness! Oh my, wow!
So, do you know what I mean? But then scent memories as well. Scents attached to the things you've experienced. So you would have
Right,
felt things that others haven't, and you know what I mean? So
right.
that's what it smells like. That's what it smells like. For the record, my husband does not like Baccarat Rouge.
Okay.
He says there's something in it that irritates him, that he just
Uh,
can't stand. So I try
okay.
to wear it. If he's away, I'm away. By the time we come back, I go in the shower. So it's all good.
Right. Well, that actually reminds me. There was another fragrance that I really enjoyed originally,
Yeah.
but the wife, she didn't enjoy it at all.
Mm.
Um, but it's something. It might be something to do with the house as a whole. But Diptyque, I
Okay.
tried. Was it Oud Palau? I had that one, and you know, even when I went light on the sprays, I
Yeah.
enjoyed it initially. But there was something. I think it smelled, and this may sound strange. It smelled too natural, to the point
I know what you mean.
it's
Yeah.
just too much. And the oud was it was very animalic kind of oud. But it was the first time
Tanya, dude.
it's just like, oh, I can't do this. So I recently sold that one as well. But a lot of people compared it to, I think, Ombre Nuit with from Dior's private
From
line.
from the private line. Oh.
They could, but I think it's significantly stronger than
Yeah.
that. And so, I mean, maybe one day I could find something that's very natural. But in the meantime,
Yeah.
I'll stick with my Middle Eastern fragrances as far as the oud goes, because so far they've seemed to have different ones that actually I like a lot that don't make me feel sick.
Yeah. Oh my goodness me. I'm curious. Aside from Oud Royal, what
Hmm.
is your favorite oud fragrance? Okay,
Wow,
say
that's
top three.
top
I'm there.
three.
Top
Okay, you
three.
said besides the Oud Royale.
Yeah.
So to be honest, and I might catch some flack for this. One of my
Yeah.
favorites. I'm gonna put this at my top my third favorite would be Creed's Royal Oud, and the reason why I say that is because the oud is almost you can't really detect it, but for people who are beginners getting into the oud fragrances, that one's going to be a very very easy oud fragrance to get into. It smells luxurious. It smells rich. This is very well blended, and I enjoy it a lot. Now,
I sampled it. I love it as well. That's a nice one.
I love it.
The Royal Spice. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. I looked. I was like, maybe one day. Not yet.
Right.
Or make smaller bottles. Like Fragrance Dubois does the 15 ml. But I noticed a lot of the new fragrances, they didn't have any of the smaller sizes when I went to Jovoy.
Okay.
The 50 ml and but
it's a great fragrance. I enjoyed that one a lot. Now, if we're going to get into something I think is a bit stronger, but I actually love the composition of it, going back to the rose oud combination, it would be a Oud Mood by MFK.
Satin, yeah. Oh wow.
That one's that's also another one of those fragrances where you have to be careful with how much you spray. If you spray too much, it's a wrap.
I think the Queen of Niche, she loves that one. I know a few people that love that one. I don't have it. I've sampled it in store, but that's just it. So yeah, it would be nice. I mean, my list is like this. I have a book. my list is pages.
Absolutely. I'm on the same boat. But my number one favorite oud fragrance at the moment would be Oriental Oud, and that comes from Arabian Oud. The thing that really captured my attention with this one was of course the presentation. The presentation is incredible,
amazing.
But the bottle looks great, and then again it goes back to that as a slight rose oud composition. I love the rose and oud. Oud is great, but if you combine a rose with it and do it well, it's incredible. Now I do have fragrances that are they're not so much the spray fragrances, but the actual oils, and I have some very pure oud rollers that I can't wear around the wife because it's one of those things. But when I was over in the Middle East, when you're around different people from that area who are knowledgeable with oud, it's almost like a machismo kind of thing. You go to an event and you're wearing your oud. It's kind of you go and greet people. They're smelling to see who has the better oud, who has the stronger oud. And so, we're kind of peacocking a little bit. So I would save that for if I go to a dinner with some of my Middle Eastern friends, or, where I know there's going to be people who, they know what they're talking about when it comes to, Middle Eastern fragrances and oud. And I like to think I did a decent job on, holding my own at the very least.
I'm sure with your collection, I'm sure you did. But you know what? It's quite interesting when you mentioned going, because I noticed that in the Middle East, obviously it's warm there. It's normally hot. And the people there, they would wear their oud fragrances, like whatever the temperatures. And here we are like, oh my gosh, it's 20 degrees. I can't wear this. It's, What do you think? I don't know. Do you wear your ouds throughout the year or?
Yeah, actually, that's a really good question. I do. The simple answer is I do. And the reason for that is because most of the people out there, they're, the people who actually wear the oud fragrances, they're usually from, an air-conditioned building to an air-conditioned car back to an air-conditioned building. So you're in close proximity with other people, and the AC units over there were working overtime. They work great. So you might spend a little bit of time where, of course, it's inevitable. You're going to be in the heat, but it really didn't matter. And of course, they have more fresh fragrances on the Middle Eastern side, but it's one of those things where you pretty much wear what you want whenever you want, and just take it from there. So I was a bit intimidated by it. All these heavy scents, these heavy fragrance notes.
I
But this is gonna
just
slow
wear
somebody
them.
down.
Amazing. Just going back, when you said about the oils, the wood oils. So we were sampling this wood, and it was like wood in its natural form. Oh my goodness,
Okay.
it was just like, this is too much. This is too much. You know what I mean? Like, it was
I
like,
can
it's
imagine.
nice when you mix a bit of rose, or maybe add some vanilla, or add some
Right.
chocolate.
Right. Sometimes some of the more pure food you have to have something else to cut it with. And
Absolutely,
I understand.
absolutely.
You know, I enjoy it, and in fact, I actually have and something I did the entire time I was over there, but especially when I come back home, I actually have the wood chips, and I'll
Yeah.
burn those. I have some of them that are a little more pure than others, but I ordered some that's a rose, again a rose oud combination. I'm not sure if you have experienced Poem of Damas from Algebra Perfumes.
I have, yeah, I have a poem of damn. I
It's,
love that fragrance. It's
well,
like
what's
the
beautiful,
incense. I get incense in that fragrance, but I don't think it's mentioned. But it's
you
gorgeous.
know what? It's
It's
what's
really,
funny that you say that because I actually have some incense or the oud chips that
mm,
the oils they soak in it, but it smells, in my opinion, exactly like Poem of Damas. And so
wow.
I have
Oh,
that, so I burn
wow.
it all throughout the house. It's oh my goodness, it takes me back to being overseas again. I love it.
Oh, amazing. Wow. I have some chips. Oud chips from Fragrance Dubois as well. But I
Okay.
tend not to really use them much in the house because the kids find them a bit much, especially my youngest and my son be like, what is that smell? and and the thing is, with the little one, she will really say what she thinks. You
Okay.
wear a fragrance and then she will say, Daddy, what is that? It's disgusting. I mean, and mind you, this is about his favorite fragrance. This is his favorite fragrance. And she turns around, she's like, no, Daddy, oh, what is that smell? I did not like it. Anyway, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you can't even force them. I don't like that smell. So with all things, you have to be very careful. And this happened as well. He was burning some incense sticks. I can't
Okay.
remember what flavor that is because we've got a few, and he burnt some, and she's like this walking around the house, and she's like this with her nose up, and she's going. And I said, "What are you doing?" She said, she's so funny. She's very theatrical. She goes, "Can you not smell it?" I'm like, "No, I can't." She goes, "It's disgusting, mommy. That smell is ew." But
That's too funny.
this is the girl. Honestly, yeah, she's
This is
just
a character,
yeah,
huh? That's too
yeah,
funny. Hey, at least she's being honest, right?
absolutely. Yeah. So
Let's see.
yeah,
This I can't remember if this one has any oud in it. I haven't looked into it recently, but
yeah.
something I've really been enjoying lately is a Leighton
Oh,
exclusive from
yeah.
Parfums de Marly, and
Oh,
actually I had a pretty funny kind of conversation with Hudson the other day because
yeah,
it's a strong fragrance, especially for the warmer weather. But
yeah.
I couldn't help but laugh because in my mind I'm saying, well, if everybody's around wearing masks, no one's gonna be able to smell my fragrance, so I'm gonna have to, wear something strong so everybody can compliment me.
Yes. Oh wow. Have you smelled their new fragrance? I've seen the
What's
green
that?
bottle. What's the name? Is it Saturn Perfumes de Marly?
Was it Leighton?
No, no, no. The new one. The new
Oh, the new
Saturn.
one. Oh,
Saturn.
that's right.
Yes.
I want to try it. But
I
it's
went
funny.
Yeah, I went to Harrods. They didn't have it yet, so I don't
Okay.
think they have it. It was not on display, and there was no one on the counter, so I didn't even ask anyone. But I didn't see it, so I've only seen 2 reviews that have gone up. So
Mm.
interested to see what that's like, because as you know, some of their fragrances, a lot of people have said they are a yeah.
Yeah, right, right. Well,
Yeah.
have you sampled Sedley?
Yes, I have. Actually, I
What
know
was,
my friend who just got that one not too long ago. Tony, he's not here, but he got it. So I have. I have
what
sampled
do you
it.
think?
What do you think?
No,
I
well, I
think
haven't tried it yet. I'm curious to see what you think about it.
when I sampled it, it was nice. I was like, oh, lovely. But then that was how it ended. Oh, it's nice. Maybe I need to revisit it. So
Okay. I'll
oh
have to give it a try myself. I've yet to. I haven't tried that one, but I was interested in it. But
yeah,
I want to try. Was it Kalen?
Callan.
It is
The
the red
red
bottle,
one.
right?
The red bottle, yeah. You know what? I sampled that one, and really going to sample it, I was expecting it to smell a bit like Baccarat Rouge, because
Okay.
that's what everyone has been saying, that it's got some similarities. And to be honest, I sprayed it. I was like, no, no, it's not. I was like,
Okay.
no, yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
think
no.
my one friend, Oud Infinity. I just saw it in the chat. Oud Infinity. I have a sample of that, and that's another beautiful one. I believe it's the one from Parfums de Parfum.
Dusita, yeah, Dusita. Oh my gosh, I have that one, and I've got I've got 3 of hers. I've got 3
Okay.
of hers, but to be Cullen is my God, definitely not. Yeah, I totally agree. John is saying that Cullen is an acquired. Yeah, I tried it, and I was
Okay.
like, it's not Baccarat Rouge, because Baccarat Rouge is lovely, sweet. It's not sweet
Okay.
at all. I tried it. No, 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 no.
So on
Uh,
the composition on Forganica, I think I saw. I can't remember. Leva said something about having a blood orange note. Do you pick that up at all?
I didn't. Not on initial
Okay.
spray. I didn't know on
Okay.
initial spray. Thank you
Well,
so much, Mr. Sir. Corona COVID. Who's Corona COVID?
oh.
Corona COVID. Review yourself. Clive,
Good.
do they do oud? I do believe they have a oud fragrance. I think now all the houses have oud. I can't even think of anyone who doesn't. It's kind of rotten oranges, but that was funny.
It's good. I mean, even there's a lot of designer houses are starting to add their own food.
I'm talking to. Oh,
Let's see.
yeah. What do you want to come? You can come and say hello if you like.
Hello.
Hello.
Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? We can't see you. Oh, the camera is that way. That one. Where? There you are.
Hello.
Mini me, I lost her tooth yesterday, so now she's got 2 teeth off. It's a full house. And my number one, my wee man. All right.
Hi.
Great. This is Daniel, and that's Jessica. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Daniel and Jessica.
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah.
Great. Can mommy carry on?
Yeah.
Thank you. Close the door. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, just checking I'm still here and alive and I'm not lost or anything. Just in case mom goes missing. I have to. That's how we roll these days, no privacy. You go in the bathroom, 2 seconds later, oh, I need the toilet. And then you're like, okay, come in. And then they come in and somehow a conversation starts. And then they start chatting. I'm like, do you mind? Do you mind privacy here? Thank you, Isaac. Yeah, they are just virtual hug. Oh, thank you, Rosie. Yeah, your beauty
Oh,
was send well into your kids. They are lovely. Oh, thank you so much. I'm curious. Corona COVID. Hi.
I think John said was Colin smelled a little bit like rotten orange.
Yes.
That's rough. That is rough.
That's what John smells. That's why he smells. That's why he smells. So yeah.
Well, that's definitely not going to be a blind buy. I'm going to definitely have to try that one out.
You have to really sample them before you buy. I mean, they're not so expensive because I saw Callan for a good price, like 150 or something, or 60. I can't remember. So not too bad, but we're just not about spending that much money. You know what I've done? I made myself a list of 10 fragrances that I wanted the most for the year.
Okay.
And I said to myself, I'm going to be very strict and stick to them and try my hardest to actually stick to those fragrances.
Right.
So far, they only, I'm doing well considering.
Okay.
I'm halfway through, so that's good. So far, I'm halfway through, and I've said to myself after spending so much money, because I ran into a fragrance I've been wanting and then forgot about, and because I thought I'm not going to get it, and
right.
I found it and I got it, and I'm like, no more spending, no more spending. I'm like, please, you can take my purse, put it away. If I need something, I won't need something because I'm not going out. Everything is shut, so it's fine. It's fine. I don't need anything for now. Just put everything away and no more spending.
Right.
Hi, Barry. Barry's in the house. Centralized. Hi there. And he's asking who's the guest. Yes, we've got Nose Notes. So Nose Notes is our American friend from across the pond, and he's joined us today. So he is here on YouTube and is as well on Instagram. If you are not familiar with who he is, go check him out. And he's got a lot of fragrances, which I think you guys would appreciate, especially a lot of good Middle Eastern fragrances and stuff, and a lot of Creed fragrances. Perfume de Marie. What do you have?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Cheers, brother. Yeah. Love you too, Mr. Sa. There we go. I'm gonna. Yeah.
Thank you.
Lisa says she's gonna be back. Okay. Yeah. So carrying on. So we were just talking about fragrances, but I'm curious as well. What's says he has your favorite woods. Yeah. So. Thank you. I'm so curious. What's on your top 5 fragrances to buy? Have you made the list, or you are just gonna go with the flow?
So I have a list, but I think I have it somewhere in the other room in the notebook. But off the top of my head, I can tell you what I'm looking forward to. I've recently discovered or learned about the was it Maya Njai? I'm trying to make sure I'm pronouncing it properly.
Maya Nye.
Yeah. I can't. Well, it's from. I don't know if you all can see it, but I picked up Nordic Cedar.
Yeah.
And this one it's. I love it. It's beautiful, but lately I've been wanting to get a few more warm weather scents. Of course I'll wear my heavier scents whenever I feel like it, but I do want something that's a bit more refreshing. And so the top of my list right now is I'd like to get Tropica from from her because I've read the reviews on it. So far, so good, and I'd like to support that company. It's they're so far so good. I've heard nothing but good reviews on them. And then the next fragrance, my birthday's coming up next month, and I've kind of been, nudging the wife, like, hey, come check these out.
Your birthday. Hang on, what day is your birthday? We may be birthday mates. You never know.
Also, the 27th.
You were born 2 days earlier than me.
Okay.
Virgo. I'm a Virgo. Yes, mine is on the 29th.
Okay.
So I'm expecting great things. My dear husband is watching. I'm expecting great things.
So Mrs. Knows Notes is also watching and in the room. So I'm expecting great things.
I know. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, no problem. But on my end, what I've been asking the wife, said, hey, that Roja Elysium's looking really nice right now.
I saw a good price on Elysium today, but I was like, I just told myself, I was like, you don't need one.
Right. Yeah. Well, but here's what's so funny about it. There's a lot of it gets a lot of comparisons to Aventus, and I enjoy my Aventus, and I also have Cederet. I'm sorry, what was the name of it from?
Yeah.
I'm pronouncing it properly. Boise, Cederet Boyce from
Cedric from Mancera. Is it Mancera?
It is from Mancera.
Yeah,
so it's funny because you have the Aventus, you have that pineapple note that's kind of refreshing, and then from Mancera it's a little creamier version of Aventus in my opinion. But Elysium to me smells like a very vibrant, fresh version of Aventus, which is ironic because with the Creed's Aventus Cologne, I was expecting more out of that, and I wasn't really impressed. I feel as though Elysium smells like what Aventus Cologne I hope that Aventus Cologne would smell like. But
oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I sampled it and I immediately told myself no, because I'll tell you why. I've got samples of Archivat from Nishane, and I've got a 10 mil of City of Jasmine from Algabra, and they are in the same vein. They are all pineapple, and so I'm like, I don't really need to get anything more in this vein. Other than that, I've got another fragrance. I can't remember which one, but it's also pineapple, fresh, Aventus, floral, fruits, and I'm like, they are so similar. And I found another one which is similar again to the Nishan Anne, and again it's similar to Rila. You've got fragrances that are in the same vein. I'm like, no, I can't try having them more.
Well, no, that's actually a really good point though, because as time, you start collecting more and more bottles, it almost becomes redundant, and which is, I guess, I'm the only notes that I'm not as picky with is going to be oud. I don't think I've come across recently any oud fragrance that I said, okay, this smells exactly like this other oud fragrance, and maybe that's just because, whenever I'm picking, I'm kind of differentiating them, but I agree with you. It's that's my thing. If I do end up getting Elysium, I'm not sure I may or may not keep my Mancera. It just depends, because they do bring something different to the table, but ultimately it's almost okay. These are again the same vein, so I mean I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But for now, that's it is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you. I was just gonna say, for the people that would love to that have seen this fragrance. Let me take it out. This is Arabian Woods Risala, and I found a fragrance which I have, but this fragrance is really a fraction of the price. So this is what we are talking about. I'll try not to take it out. So
That's beautiful. I love Risala.
gorgeous, isn't it? So this is a gorgeous fragrance. You know this fragrance. I found a cheaper option that it's not exactly the same, but it is in the similar vein and
Okay.
much cheaper. And this bottle is richly, you can get it for £30.
Really?
Yes, £30. Lovely, yummy chocolate. It's gorgeous. Oud is not mentioned in this one, but you do
Okay.
have oud in this.
Okay. What's the name of it?
This is called Sacred.
Okay. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm
Sacred.
gonna look into that one.
From Louis Cadin. It's just a nice option. And you know what I found myself doing? Every time I want to wear this Risal, I'm like, I don't really want to put much dent in this one. I'll just spare that one because I can buy 10 of them. You know what I mean? You know,
Absolutely.
exactly. So
But that's it's for my wife. It's funny.
yeah.
Risala has become one of her. If she's having a rough day or she just wants to feel a little more, uplifted, she'll spray some Risala because before I left,
See why.
it's
I
beautiful.
can see why it's beautiful chocolate. It's just warming. It's comforting. That's what
Right.
it is.
Well,
Very
what's funny? It's about that one, Risala. I don't think. Before, of course, everybody has to stay home, but I don't
Yeah.
think that there's been a time that I've gone out wearing Risala that I haven't received a compliment on Risala. That's like my number one.
It is exactly. You do get a lot of compliments wearing it. It's like everywhere. Oh, that's really nice. What is it? You smell nice. Oh, like you could be eaten. No, don't eat me. I've got a husband for that.
That's right. But it's lovely. I was surprised because there's not I haven't come across a lot of other fragrances. I think that Montel has their chocolate greedy, and of course the sacred that you showed me. But I'm always on the lookout for some more gourmand chocolate fragrances. Killian, they have a few that I'm okay. These are great, but I still need to find more. I'd like to have a nice little.
I have this Derila. I don't know if you've tried Derila.
I haven't.
Casamarati. It is caramel, gorgeous,
Okay.
vanilla caramel, gorgeous. That one.
Oh, okay. You know what? I think I might have a sample in my sample bag. I have to try that.
Yeah, you should try it. It's gorgeous, yummy vanilla. It's just
Okay.
caramel, just gorgeous stuff. You know those ones you do.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a bit of sweetness? I don't know. Do you know what is funny? Even though I do love gorgeous fragrances, I haven't really been. I don't eat much sweets compared to others in the house. But this is another gorgeous command. And you know what? There is this British house. It's called Gallivant Story. I don't know. You probably have heard of them. So they have some fragrances, and they have a fragrance called Istanbul. I'm trying to see if I have it. Let's bear with.
No problem.
No, that's not the one. I wonder where it is. I have one called Istanbul, but even that, anyway, I don't know where it is.
No problem.
Istanbul is another gorgeous command, and it's very, very affordable in price. It's really a fraction of that. It's
Okay.
£5, and they have an offer that you buy their sample set and you can get a bit of they take away the money you paid for the sample set towards the bottle.
Oh
And the
wow.
sample set, I think it's maybe £25 or 27, I can't remember. So for a bottle that's £65, if you
Okay.
decide to get it afterwards, then you can get it for like £40.
That's
They only do 30 ml fragrances, but that that fragrance I'm telling you about, if you have tried Gabra's perfumes and King of Flowers, it's
okay.
then like it would be Algabra perfumes, just slightly not as dense.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
okay. I understand.
yeah, it's just Gabra's is like an extract. Theirs is eau de parfum, so
Okay.
it's not as strong, but it's a lovely fragrance, and for the price, it's really worth the money. So that
That was hard to beat. It's a good price, a great price.
yeah, you can
You know,
get
there's
that.
actually, you brought up the what is it? Gallivant is a UK based. There's another company, a fragrance house that I'd really like to try. I plan on maybe doing it before the year is up, but it's Beaufort London, and they have a fragrance, and I forget the name of it. I think it's called Iron Duke. That's the name of it. It's
Oh,
Iron
I
Duke.
look, yeah.
And what really caught my attention is, I'm right now I'm going to school, getting my associates in firearm science, and
Yeah.
after all my experience in the military, but I was reading the note breakdown, and apparently Iron Duke has a nice gunpowder note, which I'm curious because I've never smelled gunpowder
Oh,
fragrance,
oh.
and I'd like to give it a try.
I'm just saying, do you know, you say that. I think I have a sample, but I'll have to look. I think because I know I've got some samples, I have to look. But that's quite interesting. Um, he's asking, Centralized Barry is asking, have you tried oh my God, I don't want to say that name. I'll pin it here.
Oh, Shagaf Oud. I don't think I've tried that one. Who's it from? Who makes it?
Yeah, Barry is gonna tell us in a minute.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just waiting. Chocolate greedy has weird opening. Chocolate greedy. Duck is chocolate heaven. John, I've sampled it in store. They had them at Jovoy. I don't know if I don't remember seeing it the last time I went, but they used to have those fragrances, and it's quite nice, the dark chocolate. So Montel is all oud. Oh, Montel is all oud, is it? Are all the
Hmm.
Montel fragrances oud?
All of Montel's?
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
I'm
I
not
mean,
because I
I
have
don't know if I have anything from them anymore.
I've got their oud vanille. I quite like that one. It's the only one I have.
Okay.
Just
You know,
some
I
the bottle.
I I don't think I have any more of my Montels either. I had Starry Nights and I had Oud Nights, and they're both great, but they were a little redundant for some other things I had in my collection. So
Uh,
I've been working on that lately. I've been because I've had bottles that I haven't touched in Lord knows how long. So I've been going through the process of okay,
wow.
what am I
Did
actually
you
wearing?
manage to sorry, did you manage to transport all your fragrances from Bahrain?
I
Or did
did.
you
We
have
only
to
had one
decide?
casualty. Only one fragrance broke, and unfortunately,
Oh
uh,
no, which one?
one of my bottles of Rosala broke. Yeah.
Damn it.
But luckily, I still have a bottle I've been working on, and I also still have one that's not even opened yet. So
Oh,
I'm
you're
okay.
very there. I can see why. Remember, I was even gonna ask you to get me one if I couldn't find it. But anyway, I eventually did, and I was. And do you know how I came across it? It was
How
very
happened?
so casual. I was just talking to this guy, on Instagram, this friend of mine, and I was just like, "Oh, fragrances I wish I had." And I said, "Risa," he was like, "Are you serious?" He said, "I have it." I have it in my shop. I was like, are you serious? He was like,
Wow.
yeah, I'll send it out to you tomorrow. I was like, oh, I'm so happy to pay for it. Please do. And the next day, I was like, oh, that wasn't so hard. Give us the ordering. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, wow, what had happened? And yeah, I'm like, no, no. I'm over it, but I love that fragrance, so I'm happy that I have it. Because I
It's
have a
beautiful.
feeling if I didn't, I probably will be thinking about it forever.
Absolutely. Is
Yeah.
that good? Oh, I really gotta have it. I should have got it. Now I know exactly what it means.
You know, you get 10 fragrances later, and the only one on your mind is that one.
Right.
So, the fragrance journey, hello, good evening. Yeah, so yeah, explosive. Yeah, Montel Eagle Oud. Okay, interesting. Wow, I'm curious. Have you had the chance? Because I think this is a house I discovered whilst you've been away, and now that you're back, I don't know if you've had the chance to sample this house.
You know what? I won right before I left. I won a few samples
Oh,
from
wow, lucky you.
and I won a few samples and I found some stuff that I really liked. Of course,
Yeah.
obviously their oud line. I thought it was incredible. But what do you have there?
I don't know which one this is. I'll have a look. I have Sarah Hood.
Oh wow,
So
that's beautiful.
this is the Sarah Hood. I also have Oud Noir Intense,
Okay,
and then I have the Santa Complete.
I love the bottles.
They're gorgeous, stunning. Yeah, this is why I love this.
Oh
It's
wow,
shiny, it's gold, they are gorgeous. Yeah.
and the
So
presentation is
wow.
nice too.
What have you sampled?
Sampled. Oh my goodness. You know what? Truthfully,
Yeah.
I have. I think I tried their pure oud. I think that's the only one I've sampled from. I also have a. I don't know where they're at right now. I think they're in the other room, but they have these pins, and they have. It's almost like the fragrance, is almost like a gel, but you light the pin on wherever
Oh
you
yeah,
want.
the pens. They are pens. Yeah, I've seen their pens. I've seen their pens, but I haven't tried them. Which one have you got?
You know what? Off the top of my head, I cannot remember.
Was it just the one?
So I received several samples,
Yeah.
but they were all there. So all the pens were the same fragrance, and all the actual bottles were the same fragrances as well. So I haven't had a chance to really explore the house, but it's
I
definitely
think you should. I'm curious to see what you will love.
You know, I'm going to do some research, and I'm going to let you know.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Rosie says, I have to go. Oh, thank you so much, Rosie, for tuning in.
Thank you.
Mr. Sa says he won the Galvan from Fragmento. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. Oh, yes. Carol won the Galvan set from me. I put some extras for her. I can't wait. What she thinks when she gets them. Be interesting to hear what you have to say, Caroline. So I'm excited for you. Yeah, there's some good ones in there. I love Tokyo and I love Tel Aviv from
Okay.
the collection, and I also love Amsterdam. I love Brooklyn.
Okay. All right.
Can I carry on? I love the whole set. But I have the bottles of Brooklyn, Amsterdam, and Istanbul. So I
Okay.
highly advise anyone who likes maybe a bit of gourmand, definitely go for Istanbul. And if you are looking for something fresh, floral, maybe Amsterdam and New York is, yeah, Amsterdam.
Okay.
Yeah, really like Amsterdam. Me too, John. You know that I like Amsterdam. Yeah,
I have to give that a
I
try.
just don't like Berlin.
You say you don't prefer it. Okay.
I don't know.
You know,
I just have some, no, I
you
don't,
know,
I
now
don't
that you
like it.
mentioned it, I
Yeah,
think because I have a whole bag of samples, and I
yeah,
haven't began to go through them all. But now that you mentioned, I think I remember. I think I have a few samples from Gallaudet, and
yeah.
and the sample, if I'm not mistaken, it's almost like they're not quite a white packet, but it's like exactly just like that.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, that's their set. I don't have any in there, but they are, yeah, they look like that. So
Okay, so I'm almost positive I have a few of their samples. So I'm gonna that's giving me homework assignment tonight.
look forward to hearing about those. I don't know how much of the Penhaligans now, moving on, have you sampled?
So I've only goodness, it's been quite a bit of time. I want to say, I don't think I've sampled any of them. If I'm being honest, now I'm reaching. I remember going to the boutique in Bahrain, and I remember exactly where they were at, but I don't think I've sampled any. So I'm
Oh,
not. It's just that's one house I definitely need to look
sorry,
into.
sorry, sorry. John is making me laugh. Look at that. John, behave. I'll get you for this. I'll get you for this. John, I'll get you for this. That is not. John, what did I tell you? Can you see any blonde hair or blue eyes or anything? I don't know, size zero? Come on. Come on. He's not my type. You know that.
That's too funny.
You just had to, didn't you? Naughty. Naughty. Very naughty, John. Anyway, yeah, so wow, so much to talk about. And I have a new fragrance. I'm like, I've been busy and I
Okay.
need to unbox this fragrance, but I need to do it, especially, when I have the time, because I don't even want to rush. I want to savor the moment.
Oh, okay, I understand.
I picked up some new ones and I picked up this one for Mr. Mia. So I got that for him. I don't know. I did unbox this. It's already open.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this is their Baccarat bottles. Every time I go to Harrods, I look at these bottles. I'm like, would be nice, would be nice. And this time I was like, I'm just gonna go for it.
Who's gonna get it?
Yeah. But you know what? I bought it for him. This is a 250 mil, and they
Okay.
have the 500 mil, and they've got the 1 liters as well.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but we don't want that. I mean, 250 mils is enough for us to bathe in.
Oh. Absolutely. Yeah.
There
So
we go.
does that come with a sprayer, or does it? Oh wait, who's that? Mr. Nose, please wave at me a second. Hello.
No, he wants the missus, not you.
Oh, the missus. Oh, sorry.
Not you. He's like, I've been looking at you, not you.
Well, the missus, with everything going on right now, she's actually fortunately she's able to work from home, but she had to go. She was on a lunch break earlier, so we'll have her give you that wave next time.
You heard that, Mr. Sa. Next time, she's. Oh yes, don't forget, Mr. Sa, where they are. It's just in the day. For us, it's evening, because for you guys, it's a working day, isn't it? It's still working day. So for us, it's like, oh,
It's trying to wind down the end of the day.
that's another one I picked up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I,
Godfrey and Banks. And
oh,
this again, amber. Just look at that juice. You can tell it's amber fragrance, can't you?
it's beautiful color. Yeah, it's hard to beat.
It's stunning. And
So Do you have a favorite amber fragrance?
So far, the favorite amber fragrance is gonna have to, well, other than Baccarat Rouge,
Hmm.
it's gonna have to be this one. And
Okay.
if I had the bottle, I would say Amber Absolutely, Port and Money.
Okay.
But I don't have a bottle, and I actually had bought the bottle of
Huh.
that, and then it just sounds like I'm so unfortunate all the time. So Port and Money, I've agreed to have a distributor in the UK, and
Uh,
so for the first batch of the fragrances, he was taking so much orders for them to deliver, and
okay.
we paid for all these fragrances, no delivery till now. So when was it? 2 days ago, actually. I think yesterday or day before. The guy said because of all the complications they've had, it's not working out and he doesn't want to hold on to people's money. I got my money back instantly.
Okay.
And so they are not even working together. So I don't know what's happened. But a part of me thought, maybe this is why they don't have anyone in the UK to distribute. Because apparently they turned around and said they don't have the bottles for the money is collected for them to ship.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, if there is increased demand, you're gonna have to increase production because uh, it's just not on.
Right. No. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just don't
That's,
have luck. No, John, not much luck. This is how lucky I am. See.
oh
This
wow.
this bottle, so this bottle and the candle comes with that bottle I just showed you, the Galen. So the
Okay.
250 ml you get that comes with it, the bottle, and I did decant some fragrance in there. So
Okay.
comes with it. So a nice little purchase there.
That's nice. I was going to ask you about that because it looks like it's like the Falcon.
Yeah,
And
yeah, the top, yeah, the cap literally comes off, so you can use the funnel to.
okay. All right.
And as well, they are personalized as well. You could choose your ribbon, and I went for the gold. I thought because the bottle is that color, I didn't want too much contrast. I mean, if it was for me, I would have probably gone for a red one. But because it's my husband's, I thought I'll just leave it simple. Gold is good enough. So yeah,
Right. It looks
yeah,
good.
yeah. I'm
That
happy with that. Just
That's awesome.
Yeah, so amazing. So, yeah, it's been incredible to chat, and I think we should do this again. Uh,
Absolutely.
yes. I'm curious before you, have you tried the Jovoy fragrances?
I haven't. I haven't. I have so much work to do.
She texts, she writes the notes down. The notes down. Jovoy, what was the other one? Penaligan,
right.
etc., etc. Yeah. So
Homework assignments for this guy, huh?
that's it. That's it. I'll be like, so yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so I'll leave you to carry on with your day. It's been
Thank you.
amazing to chat. Thank you so much. And we should do this again sometime soon, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I think now we've figured it out.
I think we got it now. So next time it'll be smooth sailing.
But yeah, I've seen people having issues, but we won't worry about that. We're all good. So yeah.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you having me, and thanks everyone who you gave us some.
Bye bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
I can't even wait for me to get off. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for watching. It's been incredible, and we shall catch up soon. Take care, and bye. Have a great rest of the nearly weekend. Have a good night. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you all for watching. Bye. So yeah, that was Nose Notes and it was incredible. So thank you everybody for watching. Take care. Blessings, Karen. Thank you, John. Thank you, Mr. Sa. Much appreciated, everyone. Thank you for staying. See you soon. Bye now.